appeals to me the most is Bikaji.
Right, thanks a lot for that. Well, the stock of the moment right now on the downside is Yes Bank. There's a High Court order overhang. In case you missed out on the story, the Bombay High Court has quashed writing down of additional Tier 1 bonds of 8,300 crores. So that's a big setback coming in for Yes Bank. RBI and Yes Bank are likely to join the appeal. Lata's here to take us through the details as well as speak to the management as well. Lata, over to you.
Yes, unfortunately, the results are getting overshadowed by the High Court order. So let's straightaway invite Mr. Prashant Kumar, the Managing Director and CEO of Yes Bank. Good morning, Mr. Kumar. I know it's a difficult weekend for you, but let's start with the High Court order. Is it confirmed now that the Reserve Bank also will join you in appealing against the High Court order?
So it is confirmed that we would make an appeal in Supreme Court. Okay. And we have been given 6 weeks. Until that time, there is a stay on the order. Okay, so that is one part. But we'll make an appeal, and we have the legal opinions which are having very strong grounds for making an appeal in the Honorable Supreme Court.
RBI has not spoken to you, or you haven't spoken to RBI regarding their also joining?
No, we are speaking, but I am saying we can't speak on their behalf.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. But by when will you appeal? Will you take too long, or will the appeal go very quickly?
No, I think we'll try to do as soon as possible. Okay.
Okay.
We'll not wait for the 6 weeks.
Okay. No, the reason why I'm asking you is that there is this warrant overhang. You know, when Carlyle and Advent International and CA Basque, all of them invested, they could only invest about 75% of what they wanted. Another 25% is through warrants, which are exercisable from March onwards. Now, with this overhang, do you worry whether those warrants will be exercised?
Rather, we are not worried, to be very frank with you, though we were surprised with this decision, but we are not worried. And why I'm saying this? Because we need to understand the features of these AT1 bonds. The first thing, they are the perpetual bonds. The discretion to exercise the call option rests with the bank. That is number one. Number two, the coupon or the interest to be paid on these bonds. Again, this discretion to pay the interest rests with the banks, except in those cases where the bank is paying dividend to the equity holders. The third thing, there is no cumulative requirement to pay interest from day one. So it means in a particular year, if you take a call not to pay, then there is no need to accumulate in the coming year. So I think with these kind of features,
No, I take your point completely. I mean, I was as shocked as perhaps you were, or even more, because it looked like a done deal that AT1 bonds are something where the contract clearly gives the bank the rights to not pay dividend, to not pay interest, sorry, or even to write them down. And the event requiring the write down was clearly there. The bank was in trouble. So I'm as surprised as you are. But the High Court order is what it is. Now, how have you even spoken to Carlyle and Advent International?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think both of them, they are fully supportive. And there is absolutely no downside risk in terms of not exercising the warrant option. So I think
that's a very big headline.
Yes. No, they are absolutely with the bank, and from their side, both of them would continue to be part of this journey and would continue to support. And they would like to see the bank moving forward. And I think there has not been any change in their strategy towards the bank.
Okay, that's a very big positive for other shareholders as well, and for the bank, Mr. Kumar. Did you speak with SBI? And the SBI has an obligation to stay at 26.1% till March 31. Thereafter, they can reduce. But will they go in for it? Any chat at all with them?
We have spoken, and we are in continuous engagement with all our investor base. Okay? And absolutely, we are getting the full support and the confidence of all our investor banks.
This is also a very important headline that they are also backing you, and they are, I suppose, not in a hurry to bring their stake below 26. Is that the kind of assurance you're getting?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. Good to hear that, sir. Good to hear that, and all the very best for the appeal as well. But now to come to the results itself, a couple of troubling points. The slippages are still rising. One would have thought that the tough period for all banks is over. When do you see your speaking of slippages?
I think we are still able to say control our slippage within 2%. Okay. This quarter there was three corporate assets which has slipped from the SMA2 categories. So this is one-off kind of thing. But I think we have very good control on both retail, MSME, and the mid-market.
That's good
And
to hear,
going
sir.
forward, yeah. So I think absolutely good control on the slippage would remain within 2%.
Okay, and what about SMA2 and SMA1 book itself? How much is it?
The SMA2 and 1 combined together is now 4,500 crores, and SMA2 has come down to almost 1,800 crores.
Okay.
So I
The
think it
other-
has come
yeah.
down significantly. over a period of
Okay,
time.
got that, sir. Well, actually, the increase in deposits is very heartening, but not the increase in advances. What happened? Why only 10.4? The banking sector itself is saying 17.5%.
So if you normalize for transfer to ARC, then our loan growth is 12%. Okay, but the best part is that if you see our retail loan growth is more than 40%, the mid market is also more than 30%. The issue is that there has been a decline in our large corporate book because of some of the prepayments and also the repayments, which actually we also wanted to. So I think the 18% negative growth on the large corporate has bring down the overall loan growth of the bank to 12%. But if you see last quarter, we have disbursed almost 27,000 crores of loans. And for the full year, we would be disbursing almost 90,000 to 1 lakh crores of the new loans. And the most of the growth which are happening on the retail, the MSME, the mid-market. But even on the large corporate, we have disbursed almost 7,000 crores in the quarter 3. So I think going forward, our loan growth would be definitely between 15 to 20% in the next financial year.
Oh, that's extremely good to hear. Mr. Prashant Kumar, pleasure speaking with you, and all the very best for both the year as well as the case, the AT1 bonds case. Thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Well, I would think the overhang reduces a bit, that the warrant issuers have expressed confidence and that money will come. So it's now only a case of, the Supreme Court taking a different view. I think it's a legalistic view the High Court has taken. So from the legal sources I spoke with, it looks like they stand a very good chance.
Okay, by the way, the market has moved on. It's up almost 125 points. It's the highest point of trade right now, and building on to its gains steadily through the course of the last 1 hour. The Sensex is now up almost 500 points. The Bank Nifty is the one that's really, charging ahead this morning. Let's slip into a quick break. On the other side, Manisha will be with us. She'll give us all the updates from the commodity space. We'll also talk about some more buzzing stocks. Stay tuned.
CNBC TV